Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Sorry I'm late. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry I'm late. I understand I'm late. Don't hate me because I'm late. I haven't even got my microphone in front of me because I'm busy trying to just sort something out. So you can hate me all you want, you massive set of choppers. Anyway, I'm here. I've been trying to get some stuff sorted. So welcome, everybody. We are going to try and go live on TikTok. Oh my God. Like, honestly, this is just the worst thing in the world. Why is it so bad? Get out of here. Live. Oh man, everything's like broken. Why is everything broken tonight? Jesus, come on. So I hope you're all doing well. So normally I'm way better than this. I'm normally way more organized. Jesus Christ. Come on. Right, is that going to sort itself out? TikTok's just having an absolute meltdown. Everything's knackered. Why does everything just not work? It drives me insane when technology doesn't work. It literally drives me absolutely mental. I don't know why. You know, like, just like stuff should just work, shouldn't it? It's like, why doesn't it work? Just fucking work. Anyway, I think I've got it to work. So, yeah. I need somebody to just jump on TikTok, though, and tell me if you guys can hear me all right. I couldn't find my microphone. You know, I said to you guys I was going to put a little microphone on so you guys on TikTok could hear me a little bit better. But anyway, it feels like this is super weird as well, which is never great, actually. What do I need to turn down? Maybe not that. Contrast? Not so much. Brightness? Why does it feel so dark? A bit better? Maybe that's a bit better. Is that better? Do I look a bit better? I look a bit better. A bit better, not much. Not much. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, can you hear it? Does it sound better, Lauren? Does it actually sound like a bit better than it did? Like, 'cause I've got a little microphone thing here. Does it sound better, or does it still sound really, like, tinny and echoey? Let me know. Let me know, Lauren. Hopefully it, I mean, I could literally jump on here and check it, actually. Hold on a second. Bumbleclot. Shut up. Right, anyway, so yeah, if you guys could let me know what it sounds like, hopefully it sounds a little bit better. It sounds kind of the same, but kind of like you're in a bowl of some kind, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to go away from. So I'm assuming we need to just do something that is, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know. Is this turned on? Is this even plugged in? I mean, it sort of feels like it's definitely, maybe it goes that way. Well, maybe it feels that way. That's turned on. That's turned on. That's turned on. Everything's turned on. So everything should be now working. But I mean, who the hell knows? Who effing knows? That's my opinion. Right. Settings. Dismiss. Oh, I can do moderators, by the way. That's cool. Is it really the same? I mean, this is obviously thrilling TV for everybody else that's joined us. Shout out to everybody, by the way. Don't forget, Marbitz race tonight. Does it still sound really tinny, though? That's super annoying if it does. I don't know what the answer is to change it, then. I mean, can I just pause you guys? Go into here. Sounds. Screen time. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Were you singing that tune? Red song a minute ago? I don't think so. Don't think so. Right. Anyway, let's do it. It might. Maybe do I need to move this a little bit nearer? Does it sound better if I move it there, Lauren? Does it sound a bit better? Maybe if I go there, it sounds a little bit better. Right. Anyway, look, let's start off with a meme because it's funny. What's your favorite position? Long in BTC. Get it? Loving that, by the way. FYI. Man, let me say hello to a few people. What's going on, Glenn? Good to see you. 37's here as well. Welcome to you. Tim Shea's here. Foz is here. RPM, good to see you. Smash the like button. Yeah, RPM knows what's up. Good to see you. Tomato Pete's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Tim Shea, good to see you, as always. Appreciate it. Oh, my God. Why is this guy so loud on my other phone? Good to see you as well. Lucky's here. Shout out to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, no, that is on the microphone. That's just really kind of not good, though. Maybe it's like that. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I reckon that's fine. Curtis, good to see you, man. Welcome as you. Lucky's here. Welcome. Always a pleasure to have you here. Cheese is here as well. Robert Nova. I've missed so many people, so I apologise. I'm just going to scoot to the bottom because it's way easier. But yeah, anyway, I thought that was hilarious. Maybe it was just me, but I thought it was hilarious. Right, let's get dialed into what's going on in the marketers. Let's try and make sense of what today's all about, because today's been pretty crazy, if you ask me. We saw a pretty aggressive dump on BTC, albeit not too crazy. I know that people might say, hold on a minute, 2-bit. What do you mean not too crazy? It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, we saw a massive dump arena, but at the same time, it's probably okay. It's a bit of a cool off. I don't necessarily think it's bad. I absolutely don't agree with the whole Trump thing, by the way. So if anyone was in a world where they're like, oh, 2-bit's a Trumper, I'm not, by the way. I really, really am not. And I don't like the fact that he just decided to call, tariff thing. I look like a ghost. Okay, we need to sort this out then, because I don't know why it's gone. Let me delete this off. Delete. Right, that's without any filters. So filter, color correction. What do I need? Darkening or light? Oh, that's a bit better. Is that better? Ooh. Saturation. Do that. That's a pretty wild one, isn't it? That is a pretty wild one, FYI. If only it was as easy. I mean, that's okay, isn't it? I think that's okay. That's okay. I don't look too bad. Yeah. Anyway, man, sorry. Dial in, tap the screen. Thanks for the cones. Thanks for all the jazzy stuff. Do tap that like button. Make sure you hit the follow button as well. Appreciate it. So, look, let's kind of go in a little bit more of a, probably a pattern that we can see. So, what we see here in Bitcoin, 108.43. So, still holding up pretty decent, actually. Still holding up actually okay, but we did break the 20-day exponential moving average, so we may see come down a little bit further. Altcoins, I mean, it feels like altcoins didn't even get going, right? Feels like altcoins didn't even get going, and they got absolutely ruined today, which is obviously disappointing. However, the fact of the matter is that we continued this uptrend. We came back to retest this low from kind of like Wednesday, Thursday, before the kind of hype. So, yes, it's come down. Yes, we're down about 2.5%. Okay, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of where we get to. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. We're still going to probably go higher. I think a lot of people still are in a world that we're going to go higher. I think what it has done brought RSI back to a more acceptable level, which I think offers the opportunity for many different people to get in. But again, I'm still not going to be in line to agreeing with it. I just sort of, the timing of it is terrible. Now, who knows? We'll try and break down a little bit of what went on at the Trump dinner. I mean, what was it? Imagine he sort of sat there and went, guys, I would definitely be prepared to be short on the market tomorrow. We're going to dump this mother trucker. Like Justin Sun just like dumping $20 billion in Bitcoin, all sorts of crazy stuff. But anyway, we see this kind of correction that's printing on the charts. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bearish. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to zero. Absolutely, in my opinion, we will still continue to grind higher. If you look at the daily, yes, that is a pretty half correction. But at the same time, we've seen this kind of movement before. We saw this consolidation. We actually said last night that we could see a little bit more just sideways movement before we start once again continuing. Now, the weekend will be a challenge. I think it's fair to say we're not going to get any institutional inflows, which have been pretty decent again today. So, look, I mean, it's a pretty aggressive dip. I would have preferred to have held 110, if I'm honest. But, look, it is what it is. That's my opinion. Trump is in negotiation mode again, applying the pressure. EU haven't been playing ball. Yeah, I heard that as well. 10 minutes in, not a sniff of a chart. What's going on, Holmes? Always good to have you here. Doing a good job running your own channel. Get the hell out of here, Holmes. Anyway, such a grift. Ruining crypto credibility. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Not worry about nothing. Go back to the space and think about it long term. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true. Don't forget, everybody, hit the like button if you could. Also, tap the screen, lock in some likes and some follows on YouTube. That would be great. Also, I haven't realized, I just haven't tweeted this out. On X, we need to make sure that we are over there and making things happen. So again, if you could just tap the screen and get bullish on the markets, we'll sort of break down a little bit as to kind of why, why we got what we got. I think it's obvious. Oh man, Twitter's been so broken recently. Like, what the hell is going on with that platform right now? It's absolutely broken. Musk, get out of Congress and get your ass back to X and get it sorted. So look, I'm not going to debate the chart too much longer. It is what it is. I think altcoins are obviously getting a little bit of a painful day. However, when you look at some of the gains that we got, it's probably fine. I mean, look at this. Ethereum coming back down to retest that 24.65 line that we've had. The 20 exponential moving average coming up. So you can argue like it's still way behind where it needs to be personally. So Solana was probably performing better than most. I think a lot of optimism sits around Solana. And then the rest of the market just got absolutely smashed yesterday. So Check's down 11%. Ondo down 5%. Jasmy 7%. Aerodrome nearly 8%. Like, altcoins just got absolutely ruined. They were just like, oh my God, get out of altcoins. Like, who the hell would own altcoins? Like, what? Aethia actually having a good day, so I'll take that. I own a bag of Aethia, so yeah, we'll be down there. And then even things like Trump coin, obviously, buy the rumor, sell the news, baby. We called it yesterday on the channel. What a surprise. And then, obviously, the big obvious one, gold pumps 2%. People don't like risk. That's the reality of this. People are like, oh, here we go again. We're going back into the world of Trump tariffs. It's going to be a disaster. Market's going to come. And then look at everyone stabling up as well. Look at these noobs just stabling up like absolute jeets. Get out of here, jeets. Anyway, pretty interesting as that all plays out. So where does that leave us sitting? Well, there is some positive news coming. There's some pretty big things coming as well, which we'll touch on as we go through tonight's live stream. So do me a favor, like I said, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you are tapping the screen. Like, lock some likes in. Let's get bullish on everything. I was, weirdly, I caught Cuff in the Dips live earlier. He was doing some sort of weird battle thing. I mean, what the hell that is, I have no idea, but we might try it over the weekend. We might try it. The pump was Super Cycle. We got another Super Cycle in November when ISO 2022 tokens will go live, and then the bull run, maybe. Yeah, found one crawling down the well. One missing now. What the hell, George? Greg, I have something more important to worry about. The dumb trumpet tariffs. iPhone. Yeah, iPhones. We've got to make them in the UK, US. But anyway, look at this. Greg Abbott. If you don't know who Greg Abbott is, by the way, he is the governor of California. No, he isn't. He's governor of Texas. Sorry. He says Texas moves to establish strategic Bitcoin reserve, the new era in state finance. Maybe bullish. Just saying. Shout out to Texas. I mean, that could be working out pretty well, if you ask me. So keep your eyes peeled. I think that's going to be very interesting as this plays out. Will it be the first of many? I would assume so. Now, altcoin season, once again, is starting. Altcoin season 3.0. Danny Krypton says here, BTC dominance peaks every 4 years. Alts are loading for liftoff. $150 right now equals 150,000 in June. Well, maybe. I'm showing plenty of great altcoins out there. I still didn't get into Sui. Tim, I don't know if you did today. I thought about getting in there, but not quite. But you can see kind of, as we talked about, some key things. Bitcoin dominance coming down will generally signal a move up in altcoins. It kind of came down a little bit yesterday, but then it's sort of reversed, which means Bitcoin is going much higher. In my opinion, not financial advice, never financial advice on this channel, but it is important to think about how that plays out. So, you know, the fact that we've got the reserve, the fact that we've got altcoins moving is all pretty good. Now, percentage on exchanges, we've touched on this a number of times. Good indicator, by the way, of whether the bull market is absolutely rocking and rolling or whether we're coming to the end of it. And I think it's worthwhile noting, depending on whether you are dialed in or dialed off in the markets. Well, the Bitcoin cycle ends with a surge of balance on exchanges as retail flocks to crypto, i.e., we see a significant proportion of trades happening on centralized exchanges. What do we notice now? There has not been a surge. So, for example, the orange line here is the BTC percentage on exchanges, and the black line, the BTC price. What we can tell here is that the previous bull market cycles have all been notified by a strong uptrend in percentage of balances on exchanges. And then we see that happen in 2017 and also in 2021. The reality is that we are at a low right now in May 2025. Exchanges are, simply don't have enough Bitcoin to go around. That's the reality of it. And this will be a good indicator as to kind of where we go, therefore, in the market. The reversal, the flow of money, lots of things have to happen, I think. This is why I'm absolutely dialed into this market being significantly higher than it is. Like I said, not financial advice, as it never is on this channel, but worthwhile thinking about. LK, what's going on? Good to see you. Curtis says, Lauren, okay, but they made me missing a cherry on top. I do not even want to know what you guys are talking about. 150k in June, get that clown blocked. No, if you put 150k. Oh, right, sorry. It depends. If you went into a meme coin, if you went into a crazy meme coin, got it early, like, I don't know, something. I was going to say something then, but I realised I probably shouldn't do. Then who knows? Obviously, Holmes, it's in the rare cases, but it's all about the clicks, isn't it? It's all about the clicks. I'm only kidding. Since I turned that thing off as well, I've not been invited to like loads of weird and wonderful live streams. It's kind of good news. Are snails fast enough to do runners, George? I mean, that'd be wild, wouldn't it? That'd be wild. AJ says, where do you think the crypto market will be in 2030? Significantly higher than this. 2030, lots of people put some crazy price predictions on 2030. It depends how you would play it forward. If you play the similar sort of scenario that we've seen, particularly with BTC, and what do I mean by that? If you say market cycle top generally is 1,066 days, give or take, by the way, that we generally see this kind of market top from previous top to where it is. Even if you took the cup and handle pattern from the 2021 though, and you did that, you guys seeing this, yeah? And you did that with then sort of forming that breakout, and you took as an example, hold on a minute, I didn't mean to do this line. You could take the bottom of this to the top of this. What does that give us? That'd be 2021. So then you would say the top of the bull market in top of this bull market, you know, could we see 200K? A lot of people think we would. Then you've got to work out how that plays out. So then you would say the next bull market would be 2030. This would be the bottom. So let's say it does it again. You could argue that you could be knocking the door of 300, 350K maybe for 2030, 4 years time. You know, maybe a bit higher. I mean, some people even say 500,000. That's what kind of where they get to. But yeah, I mean, a lot of things can happen in between then. My view would be, I think it's going to be significantly higher. I've always said if you are long-term bullish, you can buy Bitcoin, sit on it, and who cares? Like, it's pretty much going to go up unless there's some crazy thing that happens where, you know, everyone gets taken off you. But my view would be, yeah, I think anything between 300,000 and 400,000, which that is quite a big range, but that'd be my guess anyway. Are we sending Ether tokens, 2-bit tokens this evening? It is, no, not tokens. It's not tokens. It's, tokens are Sunday. It's chart tonight, isn't it? Chart, if anyone's interested. It is chart tonight. So ETH Tuesday, chart Thursday, token Sunday, I think. It feels like a lot, doesn't it? Seen some interesting historical trends that suggest that 2030 will be a terrible decade economically. I mean, maybe. So yeah, chart cheese. That's what it's all about. It's all about the chart, baby. So yeah, definitely worthwhile getting dialed in. You get a set of legends. Okay, so we've done that. We've done altcoins. We've done a little bit around this. Let's take a look at ETF inflows. What the hell happened today? Bearing in mind, old Trumperino coming out and giving us his predictions. Well, guess what? BlackRock bought the most amount of Bitcoin they've ever bought in certainly the last like 60 days. Look at that, 7,861 Bitcoin. I was on the phone to Vern. And I said to him, like, looks like institutions are absolutely chomping this dip up right now. 7,861, absolutely insane amounts being bought by. Even if you put that at an average price of 109, I think it would probably be a little bit higher. That's nearly $1 billion, about $850 million, which is humongous. So this is going to be a big inflow day for ETFs while markets dump. That tells you that this is another, in my opinion, little bit of a shakeout, and that's why I think we're going to go much higher. Why? Because Trump goes, well, I might put tariffs on EU, and everyone goes, oh my God, get out of cryptocurrency, get out of risk assets. It's going to be a disaster. Meanwhile, Larry Fink's like, buy some more, baby. So yeah, pretty interesting as that one plays through, I think personally. So the fact that we've seen a dump in the market and BlackRock have bought more than they've ever bought is it is wild. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely wild if you ask me. So, yeah, pretty crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. MasterChef, look at Made. It funds American businesses and repays holders. Only 350K market cap. Website is madeinusa.inc. Okay, we'll take a look at that. DeFi section coming up in about 30 minutes. So stick around and make sure you remind me that we need to take a look at that. And then we'll do it. Boom! There we go. Someone just got some tickets. Love it. You guys are dialing it in right now. There you go. And FYI, just so you guys know, wallet number 3F4C. I think you sent ETH, so I have just put you in anyway. So hopefully you don't mind. So yeah, you are in, good sir or girl. I'm not sure whose wallet that is, but anyway. So yeah, crazy to think about. BlackRock buying the most amount of Bitcoin they've bought in the longest time. Massive inflows. This will continue the onslaught that we've seen this week. $1 billion yesterday, 877 million. So they've bought nearly $2 billion worth of Bitcoin in less than 48 hours. That is an insane amount of Bitcoin being purchased by BlackRock. They are very much bullish, dialed into what's going on. and certainly are worthwhile keeping an eye on it. Now, you could also say, well, 2-bit, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. You know what? You always come out here. I'm going to go full screen. Can I go full screen? Oh, there we go. My screen's going crazy. You're always super bullish. Like, why are you so bullish on everything? Like, you always come in here and you're like, oh, BlackRock are buying so much Bitcoin. But turns out, like, oh, the market's going down. Like, what is this complete scam? Why am I involved in it? What's happened? I wish everything would just go back to normal. Well, there's another reason as well to think about. And I'm trying to stall here for time, to be dead honest, because this is not loading how I hoped it would load. And maybe it's my computer that's just completely broken and I need a new one. But I can't afford a new one because the price of Bitcoin's going down. I mean, it's just all terrible, terrible situations right now. So this is a disaster. And it is still not loading. What the hell? There we go. Right, good. You could also argue and say, well, 2-bit. It's always worthwhile seeing what else is going on at a macro standpoint. And interestingly, Mr. James Wynn. Now, if anyone doesn't know James Wynn, what's going on? EBUK or Ibuka, is it? Good to see you. Should I long or short Bitcoin right now on futures? You tell me. What do you think? You tell me what you think, and I'll tell you if you're right. $1.2 billion long position right now on Bitcoin. Interesting enough, this was added to. Nearly $400 million added to bring this entry price, 109, so underwater by nearly $5 million right now. Absolutely insane. A $30 million margin. Pretty crazy. 104 is the liquidation price. James Wynn, absolutely buying into it. Now, opened an ETH trade, interestingly enough, down 2.3 million. The KPP, whatever the hell that is, no one really cares. But the SUI trade, man, I'm so glad. I was looking at that. I said to Vern on the phone earlier on, I'm like, man, I'm looking to take a position up in SUI. What? Glad I didn't. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with the market. But if that was kind of what an indication looked like, $1.2 billion long position. I mean, that would be wild if that thing got liquidated. But yeah, 4.75 milli. The entry price of 109, 190. So depending on how you feel about the market, you could say, well, I'm going to just do what James Wynn does. And James Wynn right now is max bullish on where the market's going to go. He is super dialed into a long position. And his entry price, 109, 190. Now, just to be clear, by the way, never financial advice. And I'm not telling you that I would go into this market right now. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm thinking of shorting. What about you? Or what do you think? Tell me why you're going to short the market. This is not like any kind of weird thing, by the way, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to, what people think. Just my opinion. Do we see a correction to 102? Probably not, I don't think. Probably not, but it'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it, if you think about it? Pretty wild as this all plays out. Maybe. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think, yeah, I mean, the only reason I think to be bearish on the market, and I've always said this, by the way, so I don't think I'm saying anything that's out of order. And again, remember, you could lose all your money in cryptocurrency. Trading is extremely risky. And if you get it wrong, you absolutely will lose everything. So it is important to just take heed of what that looks like. But the reality is people don't want to be shorting the market, in my opinion, by the way, because they think there's going to be more Trump tariff announcements. I don't believe that there will. I believe this was a moment in time, a grab for power. I don't know. But what we can say is that the overall sentiment right now in trading, just to give you I mean, I don't know if this helps or not, but 75% of the traders that are on Hyperdash are 75% long. Lots of people are going long on Bitcoin right now. So again, if you got BlackRock buying $1 billion, do they know something that they're not telling the rest of us? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, it's always a risk. I think if you were trading, by the way, and if you want to find a great platform to trade on, do check the links in the description on YouTube. As always, be careful. It's not financial advice, but I'd go high margin, low leverage, and then you've got room to play. That's my opinion anyway at the minute. Don't trade volatility, trade fundamentals. You can take that quote. Massive V pattern, super bullish. Yeah. Nice hash, login. What? I am in agreement with you. I think it's good. India is rumored to be close to the trade with the deal. Yes, and so is South Korea as well, that I've heard. Okay, right, let's talk about this because I think a lot of people are curious. The person who attended US President Donald Trump's crypto dinner shared some inside details. He also revealed how much he paid. Now, obviously, we know that Justin Sun went and a couple of other crazies. 25-year-old internet phenomenon Nicholas Pinto, who purchased $360,000 worth of Trump tokens to attend a special cryptocurrency dinner organized by President Donald Trump's left a night hungry and disappointed. Oh no! As if you thought it was going to be anything else. Like, come on. It's literally dinner with Trump. Like, I mean, these people are wild. According to Fortune, Pinto, who sat at the table after paying a high amount of money, said the food on the menu was very bad. We had a steak that looked like it was from Walmart. The Trump organic green salad and double main course fillet steak and fried halibut menu offered the night was not appreciated by anyone at the table, according to Pinto. It was the worst meal I've ever eaten of our lives, Pinto, adding to the biggest disappointment of the night was not being able to take a photo with Trump. Different now, you see, he's the president of the United States. Different, you see. Even Caitlin Sinclair, who hosted the dinner and also hosted the main channel OANN, complained Trump wouldn't even take a picture with me. Pinto entrance to the dinner was also eventful, met with protests from non-profit organizations, public citizens, was called Trump Crypto Projects, one of the most corrupt enterprises in American political history. So pretty much a disaster. Pretty much a disaster by the sounds of it. So, you know, that's why you've seen the Trump token, I think, dump. I don't think it's a surprise. I don't know what people would have wanted, though. That's kind of where I've got to. All these things are like super overhyped. Your Bitcoin conference coming next week. We'll see a pump into Bitcoin conference. We'll see a dump post of Bitcoin conference. Keep calling it here. Anyway, keep an eye out for this. I'm not surprised. I don't think anyone else is surprised. There's no way on this earth I'd spend $350,000 to go have dinner with Donald Trump. I don't care who he is. Not a chance. $370,000. You absolutely out of your mind. Not a Scooby-Doo, pal. No chance. Anyway, interesting nevertheless. Continuing on. Right. Federal Reserve Bullard hints at a possible rate cut in 2025. Way. Rate cuts, yay. Former Federal Reserve official James Bullard suggested potential federal rate cuts in September 2025, depending on trade tensions publicly with China. Whether we'll get any more outdates or updates for that one, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But certainly it's a interesting sentiment, and one of which I think we need to be aware of. He said this, quote, if you do get some of the trade deals and you do get a de-escalation going on, especially with China, then you might be in a position to lower the policy rate, say, starting September. Let's hope so, eh? Let's hope so. Be good. Sounds like Saitama Vegas party. Yeah, it does. It really does, actually. It really does. Absolutely ridiculous. By the way, don't forget, highly recommend checking out Marbitz.io to see what they've got going on their Twitter page. Big prize coming this Sunday if you're interested. Never financial advice, but worth having a quick look, in my opinion. So have a look at that. Dinner with 2-bit sausage rolls and a Bakewell tart, mate. You know me too well. And actually, I'd have a bite of the sausage roll first, and then everyone would get a sausage roll that I've had a bite out of. Imagine that. Pretty bullish. The Fed maintained their ratio 425 to 450. And again, it's been a minute since we looked at it, but I still think July looked like we could go rate cuts in July. But, I mean, look, who knows? Who knows? A lot of stuff can change between now and then. A lot of things, macro side, can change as well. So it's worth noting. It's worth keeping an eye out for. And look, hopefully we get it. Definitely not coming in June. July looks very uncertain right now. September looks like potentially a 25 basis points cut. Maybe that could be a thing. Right, continuing on. Jupiter. Hey, imagine being in Jupiter. Imagine having your rewards staked. That would be pretty bullish. Jupiter price doubled 61 cents. $2.6 billion TVL indicates Uniswap challenge. Now, there's loads of stuff coming on, by the way, with Jupiter that keeps me in this position. And I know as an investment group, we're in this position as well. But it doubled in price, smashing past 61 cents, which is still, in my opinion, incredibly undervalued. Just my view. After this 100% jump, many now speculate Jupe can challenge Uniswap to become Solana's leading decentralized exchange. Now, they've done a couple of things, which is they've now started to charge further fees. They've got a wallet that's going to have fees on it, all of which is going to go back to their burn program, which is pretty crazy as well. So you're going to see significant moves, actually, I think, by the way, significant movements in the market. You're going to see significant pressure coming in that I think is going to drive the market pretty aggressively. So I think dupes definitely want to keep your eyes peeled on, especially if you're dialed into that. You've been staking for a while. Those staking rewards are going to get bigger and better. Beggar is the new one. Bigger and better as the cost goes on. Look, and I think at 61 cents, still pretty undervalued, in my opinion. But actually had a decent day. You can see there, starting to print higher highs. We talked about that yesterday. And on the uptrend, holding the 50-day exponential moving average, which is this pinky line coming through. Yeah, good news. I just thought it'd be worthwhile touching on this. Jupe is definitely one to keep your eyes peeled on. I think we've got certainly some more movement to come. Whether we get anything sort of crazy with, the mobile phones or something that's going to come out, I could be intrigued to see how that plays out, certainly for sure. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that one. I think it's going to be super bullish. Right. Now, I didn't want to spend too much time on this. Ranch and Crumpets, get the hell out of here with that nonsense that you guys talk about. Ranch and Crumpets, you guys are a joke. You know that? Absolute joke. Anyway, cracking on. I didn't want to spend too much time on this, by the way, but yeah. US and EU trade tensions. The US president announced May 24th he's not pursuing an agreement with the European Union during the ongoing trade disputes. He's just gone, yeah, who cares? Slam a 50% tariff on it. The possible delaying tariff discussion hinges on the EU contemplating a turnaround. US such a shift could introduce new dimensions to the ongoing dialogue. Stakeholders continue to analyze the implication of halted agreements, both US and the EU. So the rumor is, by the way, that the EU just aren't interested in doing a deal. So he's gone, right, fine. Well, there's 50%. Like, crack on. But we'll see how it plays out, to be honest. I was watching an interview with him earlier on, and it was pretty interesting, by the way. It was pretty interesting. So we'll see. Leverage trading so scary if you're dealing with large sums. Yeah, and if you're dealing with high-risk altcoins, they are very, very risky as well. Weirdly, though, I actually looked at what did I look at today? Just for a laugh. It was a 500x Ethereum trade with $1,800, and I think it was like 2,660 or something. I think was the entry price I was looking at. I'm so glad I didn't put this trade on 2,660. And I was like, maybe Ethereum's going to go up. And I think the liquidation point was like 2,652 or something like insane like that. So yeah, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful with leverage trading, as you have to do with cryptocurrency. You can lose everything in your bags if you are not, you're not dialed in for it. So, yeah, got to be careful. Got to be careful, in my opinion. Anyway, and if you have ranch on crumpets, there is something fundamentally wrong with the way you live your life. So, yeah. Right, anyway, Marmite on crumpets is as bad. Just my opinion. So, good. Okay, that's where we get with Trump tensions. And then finally, I thought this was pretty interesting as well, as everything's kind of playing out. HSBC now launching Hong Kong's first blockchain-based settlement service. Oh, HSBC, bullish. HKMA, interestingly enough, is debuting Hong Kong's first blockchain-based deposit service for real-time payments, and International completes the first transfer using HSBC's tokenized deposits. And HKMA supports HSBC's launch as part of its push for digital money innovation. So, hey, this is good news. This is good news again. We know Hong Kong was certainly an evolving economy to try and get into crypto, as we know that most of Asia is right now. So definitely worth thinking about, definitely worth kind of dialing into this. And I think we'll see some really positive outcomes and some really positive momentum that builds on the back of it. Once again, though, this is another institutional body looking to get into the markets, whether it's sovereign states, whether it's just simply put, cryptocurrency projects or just standard financial markets. Everyone right now is wanting a piece of the pie. I'm just going to turn the lights down. Those lights are kind of hurt my eyes a little bit. They all want a piece of the pie, so yeah, pretty interesting if you ask me. Pretty interesting. 2 bets caviar in his crumpets. I'm just a bog standard, just a standard, sensible bit of butter on a crumpet. Nothing crazy, because that would be weird, you massive set of choppers. So, yeah, anyway, right, good. That then, ladies and gentlemen, does bring us to the end of the news and end of kind of what's been going on in the market. So, over to you guys. If anyone's got any questions, thoughts, theories, anything else, I am just trying to find... Oh, there it is. Just trying to find something. So if you do have anything that you want to talk about, by all means, let me know and drop your questions anyway in the chat. If you want to drop them here on TikTok, or if you want to drop them over on YouTube or on X, I'll try and pick them up from everywhere. But yeah, worthwhile in my opinion. And hit us with your rhythm stick, baby, aka the question skills. I just disappeared. Yeet. I'm back again. Obviously, I didn't really disappear, did I? I'm still messing around with trying to get these settings right. I don't know why it's gone. I don't know why it's gone oh my God, this is awful. Anyway, it's like I'm super bizarre. Does that help? Not really. It just means I'm even darker than normal. But anyway, how's the guys' project doing? That was on your show. The one valued at a couple of billion. That was on my show. 2 questions. Show tomorrow. Yes. Yeah, something tomorrow. I don't know what yet, but yeah, we'll do something tomorrow. The guy, a couple of billion. That's on my show. Who are you talking about? The dude who was from chat. No, you've totally lost me. Recently that was on the show. Do you mean this show or do you mean the X-Base? Not gonna lie, I'm pretty confused. Anyway, yeah, ask the questions. Ask away. We'll try and answer as many as we can. Well, keep an eye on what's going on. Could Bitcoin lose 108? I'd rather it didn't, if I'm honest. Be good news if you didn't lose 108. Hell, I need to start hanging out with the hackers. I mean, yeah, what's going on, Bullish? Good to see you, man. A little while back, yeah, this show, he was going to going to some big conference with the project. Oh, you mean on-chain? Yeah, no, I can't remember what they said now, but yeah, I think they're out at this, whatever this is, Bitcoin conference, and then, yeah, I haven't actually seen for a while. I did reach out to him the other day. Not that they disappeared or anything, but he hasn't replied yet, so we'll see. But yeah, on-chain. Oh, not on-chain. Oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about then. Not on-chain. Someone I had on this show that had a project that was a couple of billion. Really? Made some shoes out of bread. They're called loafers. Hey, 37 coming in fresh right now. I love that. I love that. A couple of billion on here. I'm trying to think who I've had on the show that I talked to. I honestly can't think. I honestly can't think. Oh, you're talking about... oh, man. Yeah, I do know the one you mean now. Yeah, you're talking about John Crispala, who was with the project called... Yeah, John Crispala and his project, or the project he was with, is called Biopop. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I still need to connect with him because we still have a bit more work to do on that. But I messaged him and I was like, hey, do you want to the market obviously tanked and it's a super early project. So, well, it's not a super early project, but their build out they're doing is kind of quite early. But yeah, I don't actually know, to be honest. What they kind of have a couple of things that were not quite right. So, not bad. Not bad, by the way, but they'd, oh, it's not on there. I'll have to have a look. They'd launched directly to Bitmart, which is super weird and a bit crazy, to be honest. So, yeah, I didn't really get a chance to get into it in too much detail. So, but yeah, I don't know if it's done a lot since then, if I'm honest. Like I said, it's all been a bit crazy. The market obviously dumping. Now is the time, but altcoins aren't really moving. It's just Bitcoin, isn't it? And anything that was on Bitcoin. I mean, we were talking about Dog, which is like a Bitcoin play in the space on Wednesday, and that thing's going absolutely insane right now. So, but yeah, pretty crazy. We can take a quick look at DeFi. Obviously, all the bulls here, look, bullish set of massive legends getting involved. I haven't really got anything on DeFi, by the way. I've got a little bit here, and then you've got the SHOT token, 7.3 sitting around $155 million market cap. Dex Tools is broken. The whole internet is broken at the minute, though. Dex Tools is broken. X is broken. It's all just broken. Do you know what I mean? It's all just not working, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. So I don't really have too much on here. The only other one that I saw loads of people talking about was this, of which I actually saw this super early. I'm not going to lie. I saw this down here somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then the Cabal got it, didn't they, and started pumping this to oblivion. So yeah, Lan was one that I'd seen early, but I didn't really do anything with it. Gas, I think a couple of people were in this. I hope you got out of it. It looks terrible right now. Whether it bounces back, I don't know. We'll see. John Crispala, yeah, that's it, yeah. So yeah, this one was kind of interesting, but again, not really doing too much right now. And then there hasn't really been anything too crazy on Solana. I mean, if you think about it, no one's going to go to Sui just for the short term. I think that's going to be a bit quiet on the Sui blockchain. But yeah, nothing too wild going over here. If you look at what's been on the token race, again, not that this is at all a good strategy for investing, by the way. At all, by the way. But you can see kind of some of these are trending right now. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that I've seen that is oh my God, I've got to get into this project. It's going to be insane. Nothing, to be honest. Everything's a bit flat. Everything's very low market cap. And I absolutely think everything's a bit, manipulated personally. I saw a couple of live new pairs. I was kind of messing around on this the other day. I wasn't trading anything, by the way, because I think it's too crazy. You got to be careful. So many of them are like super crazy manipulated. But yeah, that's where the DeFi part is. So yeah, nothing too wild going on over here. So yeah, don't forget, by the way, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, tap that screen if you want to follow me here on TikTok. We put content out every day, keeping you posted on what's going on in the markets. Highly recommend doing it. Also, I have my little microphone tonight, so hopefully you guys have got like a slightly better, slightly better sound quality, which is good news as well. It's not the most expensive one in the world, but it's fine. It's fine. James Wynn, yeah, $1.2 billion long trade on BTC. We were looking at that earlier. Man, he's going absolutely max on there. DUMPS the pre-sale of Boys Club on BNB. Okay, we'll take that as gospel. A bloke goes into hospital with 20 plastic horses stuck in a butt. Doctor said he's in a stable condition. Woo! Get out of here. And don't forget to tap the screen, by the way. Let's try and get to 10,000 likes on the TikTok live. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Familia Madrigal that's over there. You guys are legendary, as always. We appreciate you. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't really got much else to talk about, to be honest. All done and dusted. Obviously, we've got a race coming up. We've got a race at the weekend coming up, which is going to be pretty exciting. If you're not already in, then I don't know what you're playing at. You are going to miss out. So I highly recommend getting dialed into that. If you're not sure, join the Marbitz Telegram. That'd be my opinion. But and then Bitcoin, let's see what it does. It feels like it might break down a little bit further, just my opinion. Who was saying, I think he was on TikTok, they might short the market. We just lost the 50-day on the 4-hour. So, yeah, you could argue this is probably going to come down a little bit further. But, do we come down and see a retest maybe of the 200 exponential moving average? That'd be pretty aggressive on the 4-hour, wouldn't it? What we've got is we don't have a lot of buying pressure to come in. That's the important bit. Whereas all week we've had kind of, we've had institutions to be like, yep, that's fine. Yeah, dump that thing. Dump it as far as you want. Like, I'm going to buy you on the top. We might not have that at the weekend, so I'll have to see. Just looking at the heat map, looks like 110k points has moved to 112, then price discovery again, potentially. Potentially, if we get through the weekend unscathed, that would be good news, in my opinion. Can we have a couple of minute maths with 2-bit segment for Craig, please? And thank you. Maybe. I had an uplift experience in Lift once. Gotta be careful of those lifts, though. You raise me up and I can climb on mountains. You lift me up and experience a lift once. Tim, I just seen that message yet. Have you sent me that wallet, yeah? Send me that Solana wallet. That'd be great, thank you. I like maths with 2-bit. It's always good news. Any big events next week? No, we have PCE coming in next week, which is about as good as it gets, I think. So the PCE indicator will come in. Well, that will tell us whether manufacturing and services jobs have done anything. That's going to come in Friday, May 30th. Worthwhile thinking about that. So that will definitely tell us what the manufacturing sector looks like. So it could come in bullish. Good result. That would certainly, thanks Tim, would certainly point to a more stable market. I mean, who knows? There might be a whole lot of tariffs again by the end of next week, but we'll see. I wanted to say elevator, but thought of my Euro peeps. Get it, Chippy, you legend. That's about it, though, for next week. Jerome Powell, I think, speaks one day, and then the Fed minutes come out on Wednesday, which I don't think will do much, to be honest. We'll take a look at that when they come out on Wednesday. It's just kind of a walkthrough in terms of, okay, well, what do they say? What was important? Does it align to what we've heard, which will be general fiscal monetary policy? Does it stay the same as what we've seen? My answer is probably going to be yes. So, yeah, we're good. Bitcoin XRP conference next week. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, I think it is. I mean, it's pretty crazy, actually. There's a lot of people that are going to be there. Oh, man, Twitter's just so broken still, isn't it? Maybe do I need to, do a reload of a cache? Will that help? Do I need to reload my caches? How do you do that? I feel like I need to reload the caches because all of my, all of the, questions and all the rest of it is gone. So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty big, crazy ass Bitcoin conference. You've got all sorts of people there. JD Vance is there. You've got who else is there? Loads of people. Cynthia Loomis is there. Man, I can't look how annoying this is. Oh, you guys can't see it. Look how annoying it is. Where is my search thing and where's all the spaces thing? I need to do a reset thing. But yeah, it's kind of just broken at the minute. It's super annoying. Super annoying. Let's go there one sec and do this. Is everyone in the race? Let's go. Tim knows. Tim knows. Yeah, that's it. So there's a lot of Trumps there, isn't there? There we are. I got it. A lot of Trumps there. David Sachs is now attending with the Winklevoss twins, I believe. Russ Ulbricht. Man, I tell you what, Russ Ulbricht will be good. I think that'll be a really interesting conversation because, man, I mean, how many people have actually spoke to him since then? So, yeah, JD Vance obviously is going to be pretty interesting. I believe was a Bitcoin holder, whether he is or not sure. Russ Ulbricht will be there. That could be pretty interesting, as well as Michael Salia. That'll be good. Adam Back will be good. Bo Hine, David Sachs. Yeah, it could be, definitely could be interesting. Definitely could be interesting. What I do know is I'm not there. Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be there. Byron Donalds will be there. Bullish on him. He's a big advocate for Bitcoin. I kind of feel like we went through this. Don't know if there's anyone else. Brian Johnson, he was, I didn't know he was really into Bitcoin, actually. I thought he just took loads of tablets every single day. Like I said, the Trumps will be there. Hester Pierce is a good one. Tom Emma's going to be a good one. That'll be good. And then who are these choppers? Are these all kind of like, I guess there'll be some content creators. Who else is going to be there? It says stop if you know anyone. Still bearish on vodka. Oh, still bullish on vodka. Obviously, today's market action doesn't help. Yeah, still bullish on vodka. They announced L-Bank today. L-Bank got announced today, which is good news. I mean, it's difficult to show it because Twitter's so bad. But yeah, L-Bank listing coming soon. And there is some more, I believe, to come as well, which is exciting. So we'll see how that one plays out. Sorry, Chipper. Sorry, I've had a really long week at my normal job. Like, just a horrible week, actually, in fairness. But yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. So if anyone does, I then... I thought Henok was there then. It was like, oh my God, Henok's there. Like, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Henok Crypto's there, like, talking about Bitcoin. Like, these are all, like, super crazy Bitcoin maxes out there. Who's, like, the bottom? Let's see who's at the absolute bottom of all these people that are going to be there. Oh my God, there's loads of people. There's loads of people. Sean Baker, whoever he is. Don't know who you are, but, oh my God, how many more people are there? All right. Zach Shapiro. He's the last person on the list. I don't know who any of these people are down here, but... I mean, if this guy can get on with a fake NFT, surely they want me there. I'd actually be really good at presenting at that, I think. I'd be really good at presenting it, but I don't think they want me there. They'll be like, nope, not this guy. Stacey Scott's going to be there. Look, whoever the hell that is. No idea. No idea. Tubi, what's your ranking now? Oh, I ended up with just some really bad players. So I'm still Plat 4. Platinum 4 Division, Plat 4 Division 1, I think. So I need to win like 2 games and then I go up to Diamond, but... Keep just getting some bad eggs, as it were. But anyway, yeah, I did. We emailed, we messaged on here, didn't we, for Bitcoin 2025? But no one came in. I've been invited to France. I can't make it though. They actually we're going to pay for accommodation tickets, which is kind of one of the marketing teams I work with. But I can't make it. I've got my normal job I've got to go to, unfortunately. And then obviously I got invited out to Germany, which I don't think I can do that one as well, which is kind of annoying because I was actually going to do the Paris one. I was like, okay, it's basically all paid for. Like, why would I not go to that? It'd be pretty cool. But yeah, ranking UK streamers. Oh, I don't know. So I'm assuming something's going to be a bit wild on this right now. I imagine my ranking has gone down significantly, and I'll tell you why. You can always tell you've made it though if you just type the first bit of your name. It's like 2-bit. It's like, oh my God, who's this guy? Like, he's super crazy bullish. So, it hasn't done it. Okay, fair enough. So I deleted loads of my live streams. So I thought it was going to kind of come in here and be like, yep, deleted loads of live streams, absolute chopper. But yeah, so I'm still currently ranked. Here I am, look, Mr. 2-Bit Crypto, in the UK as the 1,985th highest ranked YouTuber in the UK. I think it's I'm in the top 2,000 YouTubers in the UK. Maybe that should be my strap line. So yeah, that's where I sit right now. You know, we're still grinding along, just about. We're still kind of making things happen. It's hard work, though. You should get that rank in a plaque. NGC, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the follows as well. Joshua, thank you for the follow. You're legend. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for Tara Brenda 6 becoming the number 3 gifter badge. You are absolutely bullish. Bailey says, thoughts on H-Bar? Yeah, I think you've asked me that before. Like H-Bar, lots of good stuff coming with H-Bar. Keep your eyes on it. I think, is it in the ISO 2022 ones? Definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on it for sure. Do you have a target rank by the end of the year? No. Absolutely not. I'd like to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Definitely. Calvin Hill's just joined. 2,000 bits. Yeah, I'd like to hit 50k subscribers. I think I'm not really bothered about subscribers at the minute. I'm bothered about views and I'm bothered about retention rates. That's what I'm focused on. That's why I've got like an editor now. That's why I do shorts on there. I'm focused on people watching my content, enjoying it and watching it for a long period of time. No matter how many subscribers you've got, it really doesn't. It matters what people watch of your content. If you truly want to do it from a financial standpoint, as it is on on TikTok as well, it is, it is absolutely imperative that it's just about how long people watch your content for. So as an example, this live stream normally does like 100 hours worth of viewing stream. So if you think I do it 6 days a week, 600, 6, 12, 18, 24, you need 4,000. So I need 1,400 hours to keep monetized on the platform. So yeah. Thanks, Moto. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I just want to work on retention. So I can show you guys a little bit. The back office of it. Not many people really see this or care about it, but it is worthwhile to a degree. And then we're going to head on over to the track, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get bullish on this. So yeah, one of the things that I think are important and what you want to try and get people to do is make sure that you've got people kind of watching. People are dialed in. So this page is sort of critical. Just to get a bit of an idea of sort of the statistics that come on the back of it. So you can see how many new viewers are coming in. You can see how many return and then how many subscribers come in from each one. You can see what the views look like as well as published content. What you want to do is this is the conversion rate. So in the last 28 days, 1.3 million like views. That could be anything from like people have just gone, oh, look at that video, but done nothing with it. Views then from impression of 94,000, of which watch time is 6.2 thousand. This is how you these are the metrics you need to look at. So I need to increase that, which then should increase this. And then obviously the other thing is you go, well, 1.3 million impressions. How can I convert that to 500,000 views? So that's kind of where I'm at. This kind of gives you a bit of a view as to kind of where people are. So yeah, and then you can sort of dial into a couple of other bits and pieces and see where, you know, new viewers, what tokens did, channels that are my audience watch, when's a good time to upload, which changes depending on when you do it, if I'm dead honest. And then it sort of breaks it down. So right now, that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on not necessarily subscribers, but just getting people to watch more. Hey, send a super chat. Sometimes help these starving alert. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I'm definitely not starving, but Moto, thank you for that. Yeah, I've put it in, Glenn. Don't worry, I've got you. I've got you. That means that was your wallet, so I've got you, buddy. Don't worry about it. You are in. Right. I try and like every video so I know I'm superior individual. Thanks, Moti. That's a legend. And it is YouTube's entire algorithm is how do you keep people watching content for longer? That's how channels become successful. So there is an argument to say, should I do less videos and longer form content? Hard to tell, really. I'm trying to do a bit of both. So slightly longer content that's a bit more in-depth on certain things and then sort of hard-hitting news. But yeah, it's just a bit wild, really. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. So anyway, right. Good news. I think it's time. Or we can do it so that you guys can hear on TikTok as well. You might actually be able to hear super well because I've got this on tonight. So I don't know if that makes a difference. But let's do it. Put your back into it. Uh-oh. 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 And then we're going to let's do it. Let's race. Oh, excuse me. I'm really sorry. I can't stop yawning. I'm super tired tonight. Super tired. Long week. That's all I will say. Super tired and a long week at work. But yeah, we're going to get this set up. And we're going to get bullish on this. So let's just see where we are with this.
Digital cash stacking, Marbitz in the game, blockchain magic, breaking all the chains.
I think this is a better one. Naked crypto with 2. Right, I think we've got everyone in that needs to be in.
In a world of shadows where trust is thin,
FYI, 70 CD, F110, A237, 067C, D677, BF91, ODCO, 510D, EEAA, 3F4C. If you don't think your wallet's in, let me know in the chat.
no more lies, no more schemes. Marbitz carries our hopes and dreams. Marbitz, the hope of mankind, a beacon of trust we can all find. Built on
you guys hear that on TikTok, all right?
Through the storm of scams, we've lost our way, but now there's light to guide the day. No empty promises, no deceit. Marbitz is where the honest meet. It's more than coin, it's a call to stand, to build a future hand in hand. With every block, with every chain, Marbitz heals the world's old pain. Marbitz, the hope of mankind, a beacon of trust we can all find. Built on love with a purpose clear, a brighter tomorrow is drawing near. Marbitz, a promise we hold, breaking the chains of greed and gold. Together we rise, our spirits align. Marbitz, the hope of mankind. Let the skeptics doubt, let the critics
Right, everybody.
build a world that's
It is that time, as always, to get bullish. Moto's going big on the market. It is absolutely that time. Hopefully you guys are ready for it. You got to be ready for it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, once again, check out Marbitz.io. Definitely worthwhile. Right, good luck to everybody that's in. Here we go, baby. Drop it like it's hot. Let's see what happens. Means I need a huge inflow of buyers before it... I mean, that's true. That's true. Good luck, everybody. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, make sure you tap that follow screen. Make sure you've hit the like button on TikTok. It'd be great if you could tap the screen a few times. Let's get us over 10,000. Everyone just taps the screen, gets locked in. We'll absolutely obliterate 10,000 likes on the live stream. So do me a favor, everybody that's in the live on TikTok, hit up that like, tap the screen. Also, if you are watching us on YouTube, tap that like button as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Highly recommend doing it. Right, D677 is on the move. 3F4C's in there as well. There are some pretty interesting things on the way around. Oh, DCO coming from nowhere. But D677 impact. Oh, no. D677 gets caught up. Look at this. Oh, DCO got caught up as well. BF91's on the move. It's getting a bit crazy. Oh, but there is some spiky things. Who's going to drop down? BF91. Now, we've got to be careful. Who's going to get the reverb? BF91's gone way too far. Way too far. You came in too hot, too fresh. BF91, it's an absolute mess. It looks like F110 bursts out. Again, though, this isn't about winning just yet. This is about who's got the stamina. Who's got the legs? It looks like ODCO. EEAA is not having a good time there. A237 also struggling for a bit of traction. 70CD out there, fresh. Oh my gosh, what was that just come through? Watch out though, because we've got some more blocks here now. This one could be where it all gets made on braid. Is this the best time to be first or not? 7CD, BF91 looks like he doesn't want to give up, but oh, mind the dots. It's all going to be about who gets through. There's some big impacts in there. BF91 forcing himself back to the front. However, he hits the blocks hard. 5-1s in there as well. BF91, who's going to get out first? This is going to be a sprint, but there's some more blocks there. Who's going to get out? BF91 gets yeeted. That was a great push. Don't know who did that. BF91, but again, it's not a great thing to be down here. There is blocks in the way, but BF91. Now, how is he going to work this? Does he get some impact? F110 says nope. Oh, he sneaks through. BF91 impacts ODCO, though. This is where it's getting spicy. He's into the block. Okay, look at F110. 70 CD. Now, EEAA was having a bad time, but he's back at the front. Oh, no, he's not. 7 CD. He's going to be down the steps. Watch out, though. This is where it's going to get crazy. Do you have the legs? It's 70 CD. F110. BF91. Who is going to take the win? It's going to be all about who drops down. Can they get down? Can 3F4C make a difference? Are they going to get there in time? Can BF91 sneak around the outside? They're coming. They're coming, boys and girls. It's all going to get a bit crazy. It looks like F110 is going to sneak past. It's a sprint finish. Who's going to get it? It's a sprint finish to the end. It's 70 CD. Big win. TikTok's like, what the f is going on here? There you go. Man, that was tight. 70 CD out of nowhere. F10, BF91 in there as well. D677. Bullish on those winners. We'll obviously send you those prizes straight after, so congratulations. By the way, if anyone is like, what the hell did I just hear? Definitely check out Marbitz.io, my opinion. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us kindly to the end of the show. But I think for the first time in a long time, look out for tomorrow's announcement. We will be doing a live stream, I think tomorrow night. Anyway, I'm not going to 100% commit to it because it is Saturday. But I think I'll be on my own. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. So definitely make sure you look out for that. It'd be cool to kind of get there. We sort of thought about doing maybe a TikTok thing. So I don't know. I'll message a couple of people, see if we can maybe do a TikTok thing. I don't know, but we'll definitely see. But until then, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate your time. Be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. And look out for some content coming out later on. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you.